Hey, what's up everyone? So Michael De Silva asked me about a guide to which attribute match best with each classes. So we'll go with this. I already did a beginner guide, but I guess I was not precise that much. So the most important things to me, I would say the main stat you want in every character is dexterity. Okay, there is no question about that. Everyone has, according to target dexterity difference, get parry value. According to dexterity difference, you get more block value. Same thing with this. In her case, she don't need dexterity. It's not necessary like, hey, having more dexterity change something, but dexterity increase your chance to crit, so it's also a plus. But yeah. And same thing with the Longbowman and the Royal Guard, also based on dexterity here for the chance of block. So dexterity is always your main stat for the tankiness, the damage reduction. And I always go over, in my case, I always prefer having damage reduction than HP. So even a Royal Guard could have pretty much no vitality, and I will go with it. But the difference is, you might like actually having your Royal Guard to have more HP, because of this passive here, which is max HP plus 20%. So the more HP you have, the more this passive will give you, basically. So it's a plus, but I don't plan my Royal Guard to lose damage in any way. So vitality it's something. It's not necessary though. In this case, I built her because I was like, okay, she has good vitality, decent dexterity, for at the point I wear. So yeah. She's something, but okay. So let's go with what I think should be. Personally, like what type of unit you will build, like based on what you get. So if you have really great dexterity, like insane dexterity, and you have a bit more strength or a bit more vitality, like, so basically, like I said, everyone I would want a good dexterity amount. Like one of your strongest attributes will be dexterity. For the cavalry, the infantry and heavy infantry, archer too. The only one that don't need dexterity is the mage, the special one. So yeah, I think I will go on the other screen after all. I will look at the stat here. Okay, so if you have really great dexterity and great strength, no vitality, I will go, and no agility, I will go Longbowman. If you have only these two, like really strength, I will go Longbowman so you don't get attacked, because agility increase your deflection, so more tankiness in the way. Vitality is your HP, so again, if you get damage loss, it might be useful. Okay, if the way I'm farming, I don't get damage, but if you want to fight stronger, like tier things, vitality, having the best vitality would be useful on the Royal Guard, pretty much, because you will have your healer behind and you will lose damage, but just enough to not die and then heal with your healer. So yeah, in that case, the Royal Guard vitality. So if you have a lot of dexterity and vitality, and you could, and agility, I will go Royal Guard. These three for Royal Guard. These two for Longbowman. Okay. For the Royal Cavalry, it's a mix of everything. Royal Cavalry will need all of these, like, to be good, because he is a striker. He is. Okay, this one will be maybe less, because like I said, if you have a lot, you should go maybe Royal Guard, but these three here will be, yeah, that's kind of, these three here, these three here will be the Royal Cavalry. The agility could be a little less, and it's never the thing I'm looking for, but because I prefer hitting hard. But yeah, vitality, these three here would be Royal Cavalry, but agility is always a plus. And for the mage, it's these two, but only for the will is not needed. This one is the most important stat. If you have S perception, you should go build a mage with it. if you don't have any other thing better. But only the willpower is only because you need it to actually increase your rank. The will is not really useful as a stat. But yeah, if you have like S perception and I don't know B in will, you can still go with the druid, okay? Because I mean that's what you gotta do with it. But yeah, so I think these stats is always useful because the earlier you level up your character to the final class, the more stat it will get, because your character will get stat from 1 to 60. It will get regular stats, and then 60 and plus it will get less stats every level. So your goal is to, before level 60, I mean the earlier you can transform your character to the last tier you can. So of course, if your unit is, as you can see, the growth rate of stat reduced dramatically when reached level 60. So if you have strength and dexterity for the Royal Cavalry as a good stat, and also trait is also pretty much important here, because the higher you trait giving you strength and dexterity, the faster you can reach Light Cavalry than Royal Cavalry. To reach Light Cavalry, you could also go to Archer to get Dexterity, because the Novice Rider is getting D in Dexterity, but the Archer is giving C in Dexterity. So if you're missing Dexterity, go into this, and you can switch back to Novice to get your Strength, and always look out about how you can switch your classes to increase your the efficiency of your class upgrade if you want. The Longbowman and Royal Cavalry has the same requirement. So 22 strength, 30 dexterity, 22 strength, 30 dexterity. So again, if you don't have any vitality and agility, go with the Longbowman. Or if you need a Longbowman, just build the Longbowman. Okay, sometimes it's just about like, hey, at this point of the year or whatever of my game, I need one Longbowman. Well, I have good strength and dexterity, I can go with the Longbowman. If you have good vitality and agility with it, and you have choice between the two, go with Royal Cavalry, I would say. And if you have great dexterity and agility, and good vitality, Royal Guard. If you have great strength, more than everything, but a good dexterity as well, and a bit of vitality and agility, go with Claymore Warrior. But it's not needed again. Like, for example, this is my Claymore Warrior. He has C vitality, A agility, but A dexterity and A strength. So this, for me, is a Claymore Warrior. It could also have been easily a Royal Guard. I just think that having more strength is, I mean, he has more strength, but yeah. So this guy here is a good example for me as a Royal Guard. This guy here is Royal Cavalry. You don't have a hate here because my best character was the other one. It's also because he is from my main house, so I wanted to build him to have my Herb Bloom equipped, so I can change to Royal Cavalry earlier because they give boost of stats. She's a ranger here because she has a lot of dexterity and nothing else, but she would have been a great Royal Guard with this. A lot of chance to block, more block and everything, so less vitality, but she will be fine as well. But I wanted to test the ranger, so I made her ranger. And for example here, my Royal Guard, which is fine, B vitality, B dexterity, C agility, but it's not horrible, so yeah, I can go with this. And I don't think I have an example of a mage. I think he might be dead. He might be. Do I have any mage still alive? Oh, I have a kind of. Alright, so B perception, C will. Lad. This is a bad one. I don't want. I mean, he's a 50% royal blood, but he has just. I did not build him more than druid for a reason. So yeah, I know that he is the last druid that I kind of built, but I did not build him in the end because I will wait for something better. But you could have a hest in perception and no will, but having like something like that, character trait, will +7, something like that just helps you reaching the last tier with this, but you don't need perception after willpower. Perception will be boosting your magic damage and your heal, so yep. So that's it. I don't think there is much to say about the classes build. If you have any question, don't hesitate to comment it to me. I have other viewers that are like pretty good in the game, and you can see in some of my videos, look at the comments, there is some good advice from people on Discord. They are pretty good, they are better than me. I often ask questions on Discord when I have questions, so don't hesitate to join the Knight of Ages Discord. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a good one. Bye.